Hi everyone, John here, making this video here at 1:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I felt so strongly about this that I had to make a video, and there's a lot of people that are not aware of this, and I had to make a video in regards to it. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So let me give you a little background of the story. I placed a deposit on a 2022 Chevy Bolt EUV over a month and a half ago with the dealership. It was already actually placed by the dealership several months ago, and luckily it was already manufactured, and this had to get on a train and come over here to the dealership in California. So I did that deposit over a month ago. The vehicle was already manufactured and it's on status code 4300. So status code 4300, every VIN number is different, but when you contact General Motors, it will tell you 4300 is basically waiting for the vehicle to be placed on a train and delivered to the state or location, and then from there being picked up by the dealership and delivered to the dealer for you to sign and take home. So it's been on status code 4300 now for my vehicle for 4 weeks. Okay. It has not moved. It's at the train station, not moved. And I contacted the general manager of my Chevy dealership and I stated, is there anything that we can do? And is it only my vehicle? Is this a one-off? He said, no, actually, this is a issue not only with your vehicle, but many other GM General Motors products. We're talking about the Chevy Corvette, the Equinox, a variety of different Chevy vehicles, including the Bolt. Now, the Bolt is a very interesting situation because General Motors had a recall on the batteries, and not only for the 2021, but 2022 models. And the 2022 models were basically at the manufacturing plant waiting for batteries and software updates. So they couldn't even move until April of this year. Today is June 18th, 2022, by the way. So anyways, the 2023 models, now the order banks are opening up pretty soon for those, and they've dropped the price. So this is an article by Green Car Reports. You can check out other articles. It was posted here June 17th, 2022. And then you can see right here, beginning June 8th, all 2022 Bolt EUVs became eligible for $5,900 rebate, or for EUV, you get a $6,300 rebate, about $400 more. The reason why GM do that is not because of free money, folks. It's because the 2023 models are cheaper by that amount. So if you want to buy a 2023 Bolt EV, is $5,900 cheaper MSRP in purchasing, and in the EUV, $6,300 cheaper MSRP for that vehicle. So a lot of people that were placing or that placed orders for 2022 or wanted to purchase a 2022, they're like, why the hell would I purchase a older year vehicle? Same thing, nothing changed for a 2023. There's some, differences, small differences, nothing in terms of degrading the vehicle. But why would I purchase a 2022 when I can get a 2023 for a lot cheaper? So General Motors, what they did is, they heard the complaints of the people, I guess, or whoever or whatnot. I don't know what happened. And they came out with these rebates. And it's only for if you purchase the vehicle, not if you lease the vehicle. So that's another thing. So I took a snapshot here of the Chevy dealership website. This is for a 2022 Bolt EV. You can see purchase cash allowance, not available for special financing, lease, or in some other offers, like I said. But this is where the big banger comes in. You must take new retail delivery by July 5th, 2022. Now, my vehicle is estimated delivery July 17th, 2022. it's past this deadline and it's waiting for the last 4 weeks at a train stop or train station to be placed on a train by General Motors. They haven't done it. So I reached out to my dealer. I expressed my frustration. I asked them, what can we do? He said, well, other vehicles in the same situation. So there's two sides to this. One is General Motors, it has such a large disconnect, large disconnect between their dealerships and their consumers throughout the country. I'm not talking about one segment. I mean, everybody knows about supply chains constraints. Everybody knows about the trucking constraints with delivery. General Motors has to know about this. Unless they're just closing their eyes and closing their ears and just sitting there, they're aware of this. So I understand why General Motors put a deadline here for July 5th, because they have the 2023 model year book opening for people to order. But my problem is people that order the 2022 that are trying to get this incentive cannot, because they're waiting on their vehicle to get on a train by General Motors to get to the location and picked up by the dealership. I mean, it's crazy. It's really mind-boggling. It really is. And it's quite frustrating, to be honest with you. It really is. So there's that part. And this is, and by the way, this thing came out this 2 weeks ago. So they only have it for like a month, less than a month. It's so bad. So that's the one. Okay, I mean, you can get the benefit of doubt that General Motors didn't know about it. Then there's a second one where they have terrible business practice and false marketing out there to sell consumers on a 2022 version. But this is the problem. I live in the Bay Area, San Francisco, California area. And if you do 100-mile radius, okay, there are no Chevy Bolt vehicles in stock, zero for EV and EUV. And you go 200 miles out, you might find one dealership that might have one of these, but then of course the dealership is marking them up by $10,000 due to the issue in constraint nowadays, bad business practice again. But then you've got one of those on the dealer lot 200 miles away. There's very few. My point is there's very few 2022 Bolt EV EUVs on the dealer lot. Now, if you go onto the website, it says, yeah, the dealership has it. They made an order for the vehicle, but the vehicle has not been delivered to the dealership. So it's two different things. The dealership can post it for sale and say, we have it in inventory. A lot of times they'll say that, but right now in the situation, what's going on, they have nothing in inventory, zero. And that's all over the country, not only in California, all over the country. So again, GM, General Motors has a huge disconnect. Chevrolet, that's under the GM brand, has a huge disconnect with their dealerships, with their consumers, and their business in general, or they're aware of it and they said, screw the consumer, screw the customer. We'll just put this deadline out there. If they don't get it, they don't get it. I mean, it says right there, take new retail delivery. GM, you're not even sending out the vehicles for us to take delivery, for us to pay for the vehicle in full. This is such bad business practice by General Motors. It's terrible. It's really bad. And what I did is I spoke to the general manager of my dealership. He's tried his best for other customers. His hands are tied basically because it's GM needing to send us out the vehicles. I sent the email to Mary, who's a Barra, who is the CEO of General Motors. And I articulated to her the situation. God forbid if she doesn't understand or know the situation at hand in her own company. But I explained the situation to her. I explained the situation to dealerships, the consumer, and what's holding up the vehicle, and how me and many, many others, it's not only me, it's many others are waiting for their 2022 Bolt EV EUV, but is at the train tracks waiting for them to place it on the train to deliver. We've been waiting for it for months. So I sent an email out to Mary. It's been over a week and a half. I sent a follow-up email to her email. I sent another email to an executive team member as well on their staff. So his name was Steve Carlesi. He's one of the main guys up there working with Mary. So I've sent the email out to both of them, multiple emails, follow-up emails with the subject line urgent, US veteran needing support from General Motors. It can't be more blatant like that. The unfortunate part is this, that when you try to call the number, General Motors it ends in 5,000. I forgot the number, but General Motors phone number doesn't even work. Well, it works, it gets you there, but you're not able to communicate with an operator. You're not able to get transferred anywhere. You don't know the extension to any of these guys. It's so disconnected from the consumer and the company. It's unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, I've communicated with Toyota North America in Plano, Texas. I remember I was wanting to purchase a RAV4 Prime. Dealers were marking up like crazy on these vehicles. I was able to call and also email and get notification from Toyota within a week. And, you know, it really dumbfounds me and it really frustrates me because General Motors went bankrupt and US taxpayer money got them, the government bailed them out. So I'm a US taxpaying citizen like many other people. They got bailed out from their bankruptcy. Yet their business practice has not changed. The way they're doing business, the disconnect between their consumers and themselves is huge, is really huge. And it really shows me that the company is not coordinated or structured well between their customers who they're selling the vehicles to and themselves to do a better job selling. So, you know, with that said, guys, it really frustrates me. I hope this video gets watched by one of the executives at General Motors and there's something that is done. The solution to this is extend that deadline. Don't place a July 7th deadline and stress potential customers out like that. I mean, we're already stressed up by not having the vehicle for several months, but why put that deadline? I understand that maybe the reasons why is because the 2023 Bolt books are opening up and they don't want conflict with that, but keep it open for the 2022. I mean, what was the reason why you provided a discount or rebate cashback in the beginning, right? It was to obtain and keep those customers from not falling through. So anyways, I hope this video helps out. It provides and sheds some light. You know, I've done so much in terms of this. I can't do anything else in regards to this. I mean, I've done my very best. So I hope this makes sense. This video is to help out other people that are in the same situation as me for the last several months and are gonna get basically the short end of the stick. And that's like 99% of people that have put in the 2022 Bolt EUV orders the last couple months. So anyways, hope this helps. Press like button, comment down below your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you're thinking and check you guys out in the next video. Thanks.